That's not a servile. The healing and essence pool are being grown here. They aren't ready yet. Stop running around! There. You meet a fellow shaper. She is not much older than you. She has a small shaping hall here where she seems to be working to aid the rogues and rebels of Medab. She seems very uncomfortable when you enter, and well she should be. It has probably been a while since she came face to face with one of her own kind. Hello, fellow shaper. I am Cornelian. I hope you are well. Oh, this must be the shaper. This must be who is mentioned that made those orcs. How did you come to be here helping these rogues? It is a long story how these settlements came to exist, and learned Pinner can tell it better than me. All I can say is that I was an assistant to Zachary once, when he went to a place called Susia Island. There we discovered many powerful shaper secrets, secrets that we thought we could use to make the world better. So we came here, and in secret created these settlements. But why are you living with the Serviles? Because in my time on Susia Island, I got to see what Serviles were like when left to live on their own. I learned that they have their own intelligence and philosophy, and I learned to respect them. That is the main reason I came to hide up here. The Shapers have great power, but they do not have great wisdom to go with it. It is hard to say this, but I am starting to believe that you are right. I am glad to hear that. We had hoped that when you saw what we had built here, you would come to see justice in our cause. Anything else, Shaper? Cornelian shifts awkwardly from foot to foot as she talks to you. What work do you do here? I do what I can to help Medab, though my skills are modest. I heal the Serviles when they fall ill. I make the occasional creation to help defend the town. I maintain the turrets at the gates, and so on. However, I have a much grimmer quest. Recently, the Serviles have started to fall ill from a new disease. I fear that it is a side effect of the many Shaper experiments that have taken place recently. I fear we have made a new illness. So far it has only made the Serviles weak and made their skin dry easily and peel off. But it is getting worse. I'm struggling to find a way to cure it. Is there anything I could say you don't just make more of them, but that would be cruel. Is there anything I can do to help cure the Serviles? Well, the healing potions I have been using to soothe them are not strong enough for the more advanced cases. If you could find and bring me some strong healing spores, it would be a big help. You cure the Serviles? You don't just make more of them? I may as well say it. Oh no, believe me, the Serviles are more than capable of making more Serviles on their own. They are quite good at it. Making a new living thing is very difficult and tiring for Shapers. Thus, creations that the Shapers want more of, like Serviles and Orcs, are made fertile, so they can reproduce. On the other hand, dangerous creations like Fiora and Thods are made infertile. A few rogue Fioras having litters of babies in the wild can cause all sorts of problems. Oh yeah, that's the last thing you'd need. A male and a female Fiora get out in the woods, get it on, and the next thing you know, hundreds and well, not hundreds, but dozens of little baby raptors breathing fire, destroying the land. Just the last thing you need. I found a book I would like to translate. Is there a library around here? There aren't many books in these mountains. I do know that there is a small library in the complex to the northwest. That is where the Serviles of Medab practice and learn magic. To the northwest? That sounds like a place we should go to at some point. I could use training. Can you help me? I would be glad to, but there is little I can teach you. You should go northwest. That is where Medab has built a complex for the study of magic. Leave Medab to the east and follow the road. Oh wait, northeast, not northwest. Okay, my bad. What can you teach me? Oh wow, you can teach a lot. Firebolt, it's mostly all spells, which we can't use in most cases. We'll train up Minor Heal a bit. We probably can't, but what the hell. One training of Heal. There. I think that's all we need to do. A canister? I think we'll leave that alone. Oh. Like I said, you know what? We're just going to leave those alone. I mean, we're not going to steal from them when they actually need it. I mean, they're sick and ill. Anyway, as to Medab has a pair of small docks extending into the lake. It looks like they use the water to move town building supplies through here to other settlements. They may even also have some crude trade. The docks are abandoned, though. They haven't been used for a few months. Something must have happened to make both travel dangerous, or no longer necessary. But yeah, I'll grab canisters, but I'm not going to go out of my way to grab every single last one. I'm gonna be more careful. That's probably the building that Learned Pinner is in. Dana? This old servile is hobbling around on a cane. She shouldn't be. She is clearly ill. She coughs constantly, and the skin on her hands and face looks cracked and painful. When she looks up at you, she has a very strange expression on her face. It alternates rapidly between love and hatred. It's as if she has long since lost the ability to know how she feels about the Shapers. Eventually, she simply says, "I am Dana." Where are you from, Servile? I came from a place called Susia Island. That was long ago. I was one of the serviles there, left behind by the Shapers. I was in a town called Pentil. We were loyal. We wanted you back, worshipped you, did everything to obey what we thought were your wishes. What happened to you? I spent my life maintaining the records the Shapers left behind. I thought it was what the Shapers wanted. It turns out I spent all those years looking after trash. Oh, this is the one we brought all those records to. Then the Shapers came. They killed most of the serviles on Susia Island. A few fled. Those of us who were loyal, we were treated the same as those who were not. What did you do? I fled. Zachary and Barzal gave me a chance to leave, and I took it. I spent so many years worshipping your kind, and I do not think we were treated justly. I do not know how to feel about the Shapers. I just do not know. It sounds like you've been horribly mistreated. I agree. I am glad to hear that there are some Shapers who can feel that way. It makes me feel better, in a small way. Dana leans on her cane. Occasionally she wobbles and coughs a little. You are clearly ill. Why are you walking around? I do not want to be indoors. I have spent too much of my life indoors. What is your job here? My job is not here, but in the library in the outpost in the northeast. I help with the magical research. I came to visit here when I got sick, and the rogues took the road between here and there. I cannot return. It is unfortunate. I was reading a book, trying to understand it. I thought it might be useful with the research. I left it behind, though, and I have nothing to do here. What was the book called? It was called The Paths of Fire. It was about ways of creating flame, magical and not. I would really like it back. Well, excuse me. We'll bring it to you if we see it. So, that's actually the person... Oh, and there's another human there. Liet? And there's other Shapers here, too. This servile is very young. He is probably only 10 or 12 years old. Not old enough to work, but old enough to be put to work by the Shapers. He is very scared of you. When you ask who he is, he says only, Liet. Where are you from, Liet? Susia Island. How did you get here? Shapers came to our island. Bad things happened. Pinner took me away, made me safe. What did the Shapers do? One was good. One was kind to me. But the rest, they didn't like us serviles. Most of us are gone now. Pinner took me away. It makes me wonder. Didn't we... Who was Liet's? The name sounds familiar, but I don't know. Maybe it was a person who took care of... what was it? Took care of the Orcs in Vakiri? I can't remember. You meet one of the few humans in Medab. He is walking around town holding a few sheets of paper and a pen. He looks at everything carefully, guards, walls, buildings, and takes notes on what he sees. When you get close, he turns and looks at you. You see in his eyes the fear and respect to a Shaper. Welcome to you. Many welcomes. I am Selly. Welcome to Medab. He makes a little bow. You are a human. Why are you living among serviles? I came here with Zachary and Barzal. Zachary told me he needed help from humans to build a major colony. It was such an honor to be asked to help by a Shaper. I came, of course. He asked me here and told me to assist Pinner and keep her safe, and that's what I've done since then. But the Serviles here are independent. Didn't you realize that everything here was forbidden by the Shapers? I am a humble man. I do not question Shaper business. A Shaper commanded, and I acted. I need to speak with Barzal. Where is he? Sadly, he is our enemy now, and, I am told, an enemy of the Shapers. But if you must speak with him, he is in the city of Rising to the southwest. Sally waits respectfully to see what you have to say. He nervously shuffles the papers in his hands. What do you do here? I help Pinner. I look around and take care of much of the day-to-day running of the town. I have things prepared, send out supplies, and so on. The Serviles here are smart and hard workers, but their organizational skills aren't the best, so I help out. It is hard, though, because there have been so many threats lately. Wait, Serviles are made to be clerks, but they're bad at organizing? How does that work? Never mind. What sort of threats? Right now, our main problem is the South Road. We've been able to keep it clear so far, but the number of rogues in the area has been increasing. We are offering a bounty to anyone who can figure out where the rogues along the road to the south are coming from and eliminate the source. Well, I'm pretty sure we did. I found and destroyed 2 creatures near the South Road. They were making rogues to attack you. That would explain why we have found it so much easier to guard the road lately. Thank you, Shaper. You have helped us greatly. Sully enters the city hall for a few minutes and returns with the pouch. He hands it to you. You find that it contains several gems. This is your bounty. As always, the Shapers watch over us and keep us safe. You have just acted to help protect a settlement of rogues. You suspect that the beings in these mountains will take note of it. Is there any other way I can help protect Medab? I hesitate to suggest because it would be a dangerous mission. However, it would be a huge help to us. There is a cluster of intelligent, dangerous rogues not far to the southwest at the base of the mountains. They are holed up in some caves. Some of our troops are holding them in, but they are not strong enough to destroy them. With your help, they might be able to root out and kill the rogues. They are led by a servile named Alvarni. I'm sure he would welcome your help. I was curious. I imagine there's more to it than that. What are those papers? Notes. I keep track of the many things that need to be done. Serviles who need more training, walls that need repair, and so on. Makes sense. Oh, I guess we didn't need to open that door either. We'll leave that be.